all right. Monday. IOBA. My name is TC, and this is the Awareness Channel. Uh, the other day I put up a video about Elon and President Trump's cabinet having a meeting, and there was a shouting match. Well, I think I had said that it was probably the defense secretary that gave him all that pushback. Well, no, it was Marco Rubio, little Marco. Marco Rubio must be short. Anyway, that's who gave Elon the pushback. Now, I don't know what's going to become of it, but I do know this. All of the fanfare and, you know, hype around what Donald Trump is doing, the cutting the jobs and all of that. You know what? I'm beginning to think that not much may come of that because, like I said the other day, we are what about 2 months in, and yeah, coming up on two months and a few days in, and I think that a lot of the shit that Donald Trump trying to do, he having to take back. He's having to reverse. I haven't been hearing a bunch of craziness about about mass deportation, even though I know it's still going on. All of the news outlets seem to be focusing on something else, but I know it's still going on. I think it's kind of leveled out, though. You know what I mean? I think the big showy uh, deportation moves, like sending people to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and sending motherfuckers to prisons in countries where the people don't even come from and stuff like that. I think it's going to still happen. It's just not going to get put out there in your face like it was a couple of weeks ago because so many people pushing back against that shit. I mean, you can't just take citizens of this country who are incarcerated and stick them in a jail in South America somewhere and forget about them. You can't, I don't think you can do that anyway. So there's that. But yeah, it was Marco Rubio that gave him the pushback. You know, Marco Rubio is Cuban, I believe. His parents are Cuban. So he was giving the South African motherfucker the business. Look here, nigga. Didn't nobody elect you to do shit. You can't just come in here firing people and telling motherfuckers they to pack their shit and get out. And nobody even elected you. Who in the fuck is you to come in my department and start gutting it because you done told people you gonna cut trillions of dollars off the United States budget all willy nilly and haphazardly. Look, let me explain something to some people. And this is how I feel, right? This is me talking my shit. I don't believe that governments, and I've said this before, I don't believe that governments should be run like businesses. I don't believe governments should be run like businesses. Businesses operate underneath governments within the rules and laws that the government institutes. That's what I think. Business and government are not the same. I remember back in the day when I was back in Utica, a guy named Hannah. What was his name? Hannah. Something Hannah. Mayor Hannah. Used to run on that, platform. Like he was going to run the city like a business. Well, he failed. Because like I said, government and business is two different entities, man, and they don't fucking meet. Businesses are exist to make profit, to earn a profit. And governments exist to govern the population, to control the population, to help the population, to take care of the population. That's what I think. And when you get a motherfucker coming in talking about, you know, he gonna run the government like a business, well then that means he gonna try to make the government profitable. And profitable to who? For what? To quote unquote save the taxpayers' money? Save it for what? For what? Why pay taxes if you're just gonna save it? Take the taxes that you pay and do something with it, like give the people health care, build the roads and bridges and stuff like that. I don't understand that shit. Government and business are two different fucking things. I said that shit before and I'm gonna say it again. So when some dude, some trillionaire come in talking about he gonna cut all of these programs to save money and take, and and I'm a department head and he taking my departments apart, piece by piece and firing my help. And then when the department can't deliver on its mandate or what it's supposed to do, it's because you took all of my help. I think the guy that's head of the Department of Transportation, he pushed back too. He's like, motherfucker, why you keep trying to fire my goddamn air traffic controllers? I got planes falling out the sky, and you trying to motherfucking fire my goddamn air traffic controllers. What the fuck is wrong with you? And Elon got all pissed off, but I'm just saying. And Donald Trump, he's sitting there watching. Donald Trump, he's sitting there watching. And when after he got tired, he figured he'll step in like Big Daddy and, tell him to stop fighting and try to appease both sides of the argument. He telling, one department head, okay, you gotta let people go, but if you don't let them go fast enough, we're gonna have Elon do it. That kind of shit. And he try to appease both sides, but all of that running the government like a business and saving the taxpayers' money. The only thing they save taxpayers' money for is so that they can pay the interest on the national debt to the central banks. And they try to keep rich people rich and make them richer by using tax cuts to do it. And all of the other money gets funneled into the military industrial complex. And nobody gives a fuck about how many people die because they lose their health coverage and their social security and that type of thing. You see? That's what I'm talking about. So it's good that Marco Rubio pushed back. It's good that little Marco had some balls and told Elon to go pound motherfucking salt or go piss up a rope or something. You dig me? Because that's what I can see me now. Trump would have fired my black ass. And the brother over there at Scott Turner, the brother over there at HUD, he looking for ways to cut the Section 8 budget. He want to create more homeless people. Because that's what you're doing. When you cut the Section 8 budget and take away from money away from the Section 8 program, you wind up creating homeless people. Because can't nobody afford the rent on one salary or sometimes even two salaries. You can't afford the fucking rent. The working poor just that, working and poor. And you spinning your motherfucking wheels. So he gonna come over there next and gut the Department of Housing and Urban Development. He gonna come over there next. I'm just saying. And while in the meantime, Trump's approval rating is headed toward the basement, and the economy is heading into the toilet right along with him. And eggs still cost $250 a fucking dozen. What a way to run a fucking country, I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm going to keep y'all informed. in a more simplistic way. Y'all know how I do. And we're gonna see what happens going forward. But don't worry too much about it because I think somebody gonna have to put the brakes on this shit before it's too long because Republicans, true to form, will screw everything up and have to reverse just about everything they say they're gonna do. Elon, on the other hand, don't understand that. He taking himself way too serious. At some point in the near future, I feel he gonna be so hated until Donald Trump gonna have to ask him to leave. He ain't gonna make no big deal out of it. You just probably hear less and less about him in the news. You know. But that's it for now, y'all. That's it for my Monday morning commentary. And thanks for coming by and listening to me talk my shit. Uh, I will catch y'all on the next one. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. TC, and I'm out. Peace.